Before we begin, if you enjoy deep, emotional stories filled with secrets, betrayal, and shocking twists, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because on this channel, every story starts normal and ends in a way you never see coming. And trust me, today's story is one of those. The strangest thing about the worst day of my life is that it started so peacefully. Not with a fight, not with an argument, not with drama, but with a cup of coffee. It was a quiet Tuesday morning. Soft autumn sunlight poured through the kitchen window, warming the countertops. The house smelled like freshly ground beans. Everything felt calm, safe, ordinary. I was standing by the counter, grinding coffee like I had done 1,000 times before. And Mark, my husband of 12 years, sat at the dining table reading the news on his tablet. Glasses low on his nose, tie half straight, completely relaxed. We looked like one of those couples from a furniture catalog. Stable, boring, happy. Late meeting tonight? He asked casually. Yeah, I replied. Might run some errands after 2. He nodded, took the mug from my hand, smiled. Don't work too hard, honey. That smile. God. If guilt had a shape, it would look exactly like that moment. Because while he trusted me completely, I was lying straight to his face. His name was Liam. He worked in the design department at my office. Where Mark was calm and predictable, Liam was energy, charismatic, funny, the type of man who made you feel interesting just by listening to you. And after years of feeling invisible in my marriage, that attention felt dangerous, addictive. It didn't start physical. It started small. Long lunches, coffee breaks, texts that lasted too late into the night, then drinks, then excuses, then hotel rooms. Nothing dramatic, nothing passionate, just quiet betrayal. The worst kind. I told myself it wasn't serious. I told myself Mark wouldn't get hurt. I told myself I deserved to feel alive again. It's funny how easily we lie to ourselves. But guilt doesn't disappear. It hums, like background noise you can't turn off. So I overcompensated. Cooked Mark's favorite meals. Asked about his day. Kissed him longer. Smiled more. Pretended harder. I thought if I became a better wife, somehow it would balance the scales. He never suspected a thing. Or at least, that's what I believed. Then the first strange thing happened. One evening, I came home after meeting Liam. Mark was sitting on the bed holding something small. My earring. A silver stud. Found this in the car, he said calmly. Passenger seat. My stomach dropped. I only wore those earrings when I went out with Liam. I remembered taking them off in Liam's car. Not ours. Oh, I must have dropped it earlier, I said quickly. Too quickly. Mark just nodded. But when he handed it back, his eyes lingered on mine. Not suspicious. Not angry. Just unreadable. You should be more careful, he said softly. Something about his tone made my skin crawl. But I ignored it. I told myself I was paranoid. Just stress. Just coincidence. Right? I wish it had been. After that, little things started happening. My favorite lipstick disappeared. The one I only wore with Liam. Gone for days. Then suddenly back in my purse. Exactly where I'd already looked. Then weird emails started showing up. Reservations. Hotels. Restaurants I'd never booked. All from my account. I changed my passwords, panicking. Mark just shrugged. Hackers are everywhere, he said sympathetically. Be careful. He sounded supportive. Normal. Too normal. That's when the uneasiness started growing. Because nothing felt random anymore. Everything felt placed. Like someone quietly moving pieces on a chessboard. And I was the only one who didn't know the rules. Then came the flowers. White lilies. My favorite. A delivery guy showed up at the door holding a huge bouquet. No card. No name. My heart raced. Liam? I texted him immediately. He replied. What? No. I didn't send anything. My blood ran cold. So if it wasn't him, who was it? When Mark came home he smiled. Wow. Those are beautiful. Secret admirer? He laughed lightly. But his eyes. They weren't joking. They were watching me. Studying me. Like he already knew the answer. That night, I barely slept. For the first time, I felt like I wasn't hiding a secret. I felt like I was being watched. The breaking point came 2 weeks later. I told Mark I had a work conference in the city. It was a lie. Liam and I planned to spend the whole day together. A hotel. Room service. One full day without sneaking around. For a few hours, everything felt normal again. Exciting. Dangerous. Alive. Then my phone buzzed. A text from Mark. Hey honey, you forgot your conference notes on the kitchen counter. Want me to scan and send them? My heart stopped. Conference notes? There were no notes. There was no conference. There was no anything. My hands started shaking. No, it's fine, I typed. I have them. He replied. Are you sure? There's a whole section highlighted in pink. My blood turned to ice. He was testing me. He knew. He had to know. Finally he sent. Never mind. My mistake. Love you. Love you. Those 2 words had never felt so terrifying. I left the hotel immediately. Drove home in silence. Every car behind me felt like it was following. Every shadow felt wrong. When I got home, Mark was sitting in his study, calm, working, like nothing had happened. You're home early, he said casually. How was the conference? The way he said conference, like it meant something else. Like it was a joke only he understood, made my stomach twist. It was fine, I whispered. He nodded. Went back to work. No yelling. No accusations. Nothing. And somehow, that was worse. Over the next few days he became perfect. Too perfect. Made coffee. Cooked dinner. Helped with chores. Smiled constantly. But his warmth was gone. His eyes were cold. Like he was observing me. Not loving me. Like I was an experiment. Not his wife. That's when it finally hit me. Mark wasn't clueless. He wasn't blind. He wasn't the quiet, boring husband I underestimated. He was patient. Methodical. Careful. He wasn't reacting. He was planning. And when the truth finally came out, it wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It was just him sliding a tablet across the table. Hotel receipts. Screenshots. Messages. Dates. Times. Everything. He had known for months. Collected evidence. Built a case. I've already filed for divorce, he said calmly. I didn't want to fight. I wanted to win. No anger. No tears. Just cold certainty. Then he picked up his suitcase. And walked out. Taking everything with him. The house. Our friends. My reputation. My life. Gone. Because sometimes, the scariest people aren't the ones who scream. They're the ones who stay quiet. Smile. And destroy you slowly. Piece by piece. Until there's nothing left. If you enjoyed this story and want more emotional, suspenseful endings like this, don't forget to subscribe. Because the next one might be even darker.